You know the true horror of the conference table cable situation.
Oh, that mess of adapters.
That spaghetti of wires just lurking underneath. Today we're diving into a fascinating piece of professional AV engineering that was built to solve that exact nightmare. It's the Kramer KRT-4-USBC cable retractor.
Right.
Our mission is to really understand the engineering demands of integrating pure convenience into these, high-use professional spaces.
And it's important to say right off the bat, this specific model, it's discontinued,
Okay.
but it serves as an absolutely essential reference point. The KRT-4-USBC is sort of the gold standard we use to benchmark modern AV design. It's the baseline.
So let's look at that core convenience. This product is, it's a masterclass in making the cable just disappear. You sit down, you pull out the USB-C cable, and it extends up to 1.8 meters.
Which is almost 6 feet.
Exactly, which is so critical for reaching, say, the center seat on a huge table. It locks right where you need it, and when you're done, a quick tug, and it smoothly disappears.
And that word smoothly is the key insight there. The engineering focus wasn't just on making the cable retract, it was on the gentle retraction.
Right.
This feature isn't really about user satisfaction, not primarily. It's about extending the physical life of the cable and, crucially, that delicate USB-C connector head. When organizations are embedding tech into very expensive furniture, durability is priority number one.
I understand the cable longevity argument, but what about the user experience? Doesn't a slower, a gentle retraction maybe frustrate a user who just wants to flip the meeting room quickly?
That's a great question.
Is there an inherent trade-off there?
There is, and that trade-off defines the product. The slight increase in retraction time is a calculated decision. It prioritizes years of reliable service over, 5 seconds of user speed. It's institutional design thinking.
Speaking of institutional permanence, installing this has to be just as robust as the mechanism itself. What were the options for getting it into the furniture?
The design was flexible. It was really focused on standardization. So it was built for a simple slot-in integration into compatible Kramer TBUS models.
Now, for those who don't know, a TBOS is?
A TBUS is Kramer's dedicated line of table-mounted connection boxes. But even if you didn't have that specific housing, it was designed to mount discreetly right to the underside of the table.
Okay, so it confirms its permanence in the room.
Exactly.
All right, this is where we get into the technical deep dive for that USB-C connection. What kind of bandwidth could this mechanism reliably handle back then?
Well, this model mandated high performance for its time. It handles a maximum data rate of 10 gigabits per second.
So rapid data exchange.
Very rapid. And what's critical is the simultaneous delivery capability. It was rated for 3 amps maximum power delivery.
I see.
That combination, high-speed data and respectable charging, was a very strong standard for USB-C meeting connectivity.
So you weren't constantly searching for a separate wall outlet. It covers data and charging. And for video transmission.
The video resolution for this specific model, the KRT-USBC, was capped. It was 4K resolution, but running at 30 hertz.
Oh, okay.
Structurally, the unit itself was robust. The enclosure was a professional-grade plastic, an ABS-PC blend engineered for tensile strength, designed to be pulled on constantly.
The genius of this infrastructure, though, wasn't just the USB-C cable itself, right? It was the commitment to modularity.
Yes.
The KRT-4 was a universal solution. Yeah. IT departments only needed one type of housing for any connection, HDMI, DisplayPort, LAN.
Even analog audio.
Which is a huge logistical
Oh,
win.
absolutely. It dramatically reduced complexity for facilities management, and that commitment to longevity was backed by a pretty considerable 7-year Kramer warranty.
Wow.
Plus, the units were compliant with all those international environmental standards, RoW AHs and WEEE. For organizations making these huge fixed investments, that stuff is mandatory.
So what does this product represent to you then? It's a perfect illustration of how high-spec data transmission 10 gigs per second has to be balanced against simple mechanical engineering. It's the physical solution to the octopus tangle under the table.
It is, and this raises an important question for you to consider. Knowing the KRT-4-USBC settled on 4K 30 Hz for reliability, how much does that simple physical convenience and longevity still outweigh the constant market demand for the very latest bandwidth speeds, like 4K 60 Hz or higher in these permanently integrated furniture solutions? When does speed finally trump durability in AV design?